So, on the backs of those who accuse me of being an Intel fanboy, I present to you a custom cooled Ryzen PC build I hope you enjoy. What is up, everyone? This is my second custom loop PC build ever on the channel, but I think things are going to go by much more smoothly this time around. I'm much more familiar with PETG tubing, how to bend all that. Should be able to get this done in a day or two. I don't have much going on in school right now, so I'm going to try to knock this out as quick as possible. I will run through all of the gear, but the first thing I do want to say, in case you haven't already been able to tell, this is all sponsored by Thermaltake. Thermaltake sent all this, and I wanted to make an effort to do a Thermaltake custom loop build because I feel like a few of you were pretty harsh with how you just automatically defaulted to, this is a bad company, they don't make good products, you can't trust them with custom loop gear, period. I find that to be a bunch of malarkey. I've worked with Thermaltake stuff in the past, and apart from that one hiccup with the C1000 coolant, which I'll go ahead and show you a clip of right now. Yeah, you see all that gunk in there? But apart from that, Thermaltake is a very viable custom loop PC brand, and after this build, I do hope you will reconsider if you had a few harsh words to say beforehand. So this is just a matter of proving a point that you can use this company and not have any issues for the most part. We're going to go through every nook and cranny here and try to build inside of the P400S Tempered Glass Edition. I reviewed this a few videos ago. Check it out right here. And then I also will be including the Gigabyte AX370 K7 gaming. I mixed up those whatever words, but yeah, this is Gigabyte's best AM4 board. Of course, the Ryzen 1700X already installed, and then I have a surprise. But for now, we're going to be using a GTX 1070 for our graphics card. That will be water cooled, so we're going to take off the ACX cooler on there. But we'll be replacing that with something else very soon. I'm sure you already know what it is by this point. But we'll also be custom cooling that. And I think the plan is to fit a 360 up front, which you can do. There is room. We've removed the basement door, so we have room for a 360 going all the way up, and then we're going to put a 120, just a tiny little 120 here. It's kind of weird, it's so small. Right in the back, right there. But that's the plan. These are just 30 mil thick, I believe, 25 mil thick radiators, and we should have plenty of room for everything we want. Now, because we're only using one graphics card, I thought it'd be pretty cool to try out the old Tony method here and install the reservoir like that. So we can mount it to the basement, and then we can run, of course, our radiators, our fans. We'll run the tubing down, and then we have a D5 pump, that massive thing back there. It's going to be tucked away in the basement nicely. We do have a few extra things to include a drain port, which is something that Blue Sky does not have currently. I do highly recommend one. And that should be it. I don't expect we'll have many hiccups because the case is very custom loop friendly, but I think the most time consuming thing, of course, will be the PETG tube bending. Let's see how much we can get done in a matter of a few hours. Okay, we're at the point now where I'm going to have to start seriously considering where I want to run the tubes. We've got quite a number of ports, but they're all over the place in the case here. So we've got a 360 up top, the 2 ports for the CPU block, another 2 for the 120 rad, and then we've got 2 right here at the base of the reservoir. This is a fill port, by the way, so we're going to rotate the case up, the front side down, and then you'll fill it up from that little drain valve there, or fill valve. And then we're going to have a pump here, and the pump's going to have an in and an out, and then we're also going to use another out for our drain valve, our drain port. So we've got quite a number of things going on here, and I'm not entirely sure how we're going to be running this. Also keep in mind we have the graphics card. I haven't actually done that yet, but that'll be another 2 ports to worry about. So there's going to be tubing running all over the place in this case, but I think it's actually going to work out fairly well because it's going to fill up all this empty space. There's still so much space left in the P400S, and that's kind of surprising, but it is very roomy in here. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the build log process. The PC is not behind me right now because I'm working on a few things. If you notice, there were some flashing fans in there that weren't calibrated properly. Software wasn't working, so I had to swap those out. And I'm also in the process of cleaning up just a tiny little leak. You'll also hear about that in part 2, which will be the upgrade video. We'll replace the 1070 with the 1080 Ti, as well as replace the stock red cables from Corsair with some custom sleeved ones from Tony at Virility. His channel link is in the video description, along with all the parts used in this build. If you have any questions, concerns, leave those in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. Give it a dislike if you feel the complete opposite, or if you hate everything about life. Be sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more content like this on the channel. This is Salazar Studio. Thanks for learning with us. My camera battery was dying, so I kind of had to rush this.